Hi, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the Akim and to the elect that scattered across the four corners of the earth, pushing His truth and faith and His sincerity. Adam Shema Allah from the GMS Houston camp. I was just reading up in Exodus, the 16th chapter, dealing with Israel, when they just got delivered out of Egypt. And basically, they were rebellious. They wouldn't listen unto none Moses would tell them. They do completely the opposite. And in this chapter, just a few accounts, of many accounts of the children of Israel being rebellious. I'm just going to get straight into it. It is Exodus 16, verse 1. It says, "And they took their journey from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came into the wilderness of Sin." They just came into the wilderness after they just got delivered out of Egypt, after the Most High destroyed Pharaoh and his army. It says, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second month after their departing out of the land of Egypt. And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. So they started talking shit, basically. Verse 3, "And the children of Israel said unto them, Would to the Most High we had died by the hand of Yahweh in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full. For ye have brought us forth into this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger." So basically they were saying, they should have got destroyed by the Most High as well in the land of Egypt. He said, because y'all brought us up into this wilderness and we ain't got nothing to eat. We gonna starve to death, basically. They just seen the Most High do all these miracles through Moses, and delivered them out of the land of Egypt, where they were oppressed, for 400 plus years. And here they are, they're doubting. They didn't think that the Most High can just feed them out of nowhere, which He did. If you keep reading on, the Most High said He was gonna rain down bread, but still they should have believed that the Most High was gonna have a way, for them to eat. Why would He deliver you just for you to die? But they didn't have no belief. In the Most High, they didn't believe in Him. Verse 4 says, "Then Yahweh said to Moses, Behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no." So the Most High, He heard their murmurings. He heard them talking shit. So He did this. He rained bread for them. Which is the light thing for Him to do, because it says nothing is impossible with the Most High. And this is going down. This is Exodus 16, verse 15. "And when the children of Israel saw it, they said one to another, It is manna, for they was not what it was. And Moses said unto them, This is the bread which Yahweh had given you to eat." Which I should have said this earlier, but when you see Lord in all caps, that's Yahweh. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father, and His Son's name is Yahweh Shai. Whom He called Jesus Christ. And it says, "This is the bread which Yahweh had given you to eat. This is the thing which Yahweh had commanded. Gather of it every man according to his eating, and omer for every man according to the number of your persons. Take ye every man for them which are in his tents." And the children of Israel did so, and gathered some more, some less. And when they did meet it with an omer, he that gathered much had nothing over, and he that gathered little had no lack. They gathered every man according to his eating. So, they going into gathering this bread, all right, that the Most High gave for them, all right, according to how much they could eat, all right. It says, and the children of Israel did so and gathered. So like in verse 19, it says that Moses said, let no man leave it till the morning. All right, so this is what Moses commanded them. It says, let no man leave it till the morning. It says, notwithstanding, they hearkened not unto Moses, but some of them left of it until the morning. All right, so they weren't trying to hear what Moses would tell them. They took what Moses said unto them as a light thing. He told us not to do it, but ain't nobody worried about Moses. We gonna do it anyway. All right. And this is the man that the Most High was dealing with, and they wouldn't show him no respect. And it says, but some of them left of it until the morning, and it bred worms and stank. And Moses was wroth with them. I already said it bred worms and it stank. And we go into this word, worms. And in Hebrew it says, dala'is. Alright, it say maggots. Alright, so it was maggots covered all over it. And it smelled bad. Alright, so Moses told them not to do that. But they didn't care. They is rebellious. This is Exodus 16:25. It says, Moses said, eat that today, for today is the Sabbath unto Yahweh. Today ye shall not find it in the field. 6 days ye shall gather it, but on the 7th day, which is the Sabbath, in it there shall be none. All right, so before the Sabbath came, the Most High, you read in this chapter, the Most High told them on the 6th day to gather twice as much. All right, enough for the day on the Sabbath, because you're not supposed to do any type of work on the Sabbath. All right, it's a day of rest. So they gathered in twice as much for the 6th day and the 7th day. All right, and Moses told them, it says 6 days you shall gather it, but on the 7th day, which is the Sabbath in it, there shall be none. So on the 7th day, it wasn't going to be none together. All right? And let's see what the children of Israel did. Exodus 16:27, and it came to pass that there went out some of the people on the 7th day for to gather, and they found none. So you still had niggas that went out and still tried to gather some after Moses just said, look, bro, don't go do that. It ain't going to be nothing out there for you. Moses just said it's not going to be nothing out there. The niggas still went. All right. Remind you, it's the Sabbath. Verse 28, and Yahweh said to Moses, how long refuse ye to keep my commandments and my laws? All right, so the children of Israel is hard-headed. All right, and like I said, this is just a few accounts of them being hard-headed and rebellious. All right? This is why Moses said this in Deuteronomy 9:24. It says, ye have been rebellious against Yahweh from the day that I knew you. They were like, man, since the day that I met y'all niggas, man, y'all been rebellious. All right? Going against what the Most High telling you. All right, from the day that I met y'all. Man, and this is the people that we were sent to. You go to Ezekiel 2, verse 3. It says, he said unto me, son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that had rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day. So the Most High have commanded us, to go unto these people, our people, the Israelites, which consist of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We were sent unto a rebellious nation. Alright, so we have to expect these things from them. We have to expect them to be hard-headed when we're out teaching on the block. Alright, to come up against what we're saying. Because they never listen. Alright, so we gotta be prepared. Alright. Because if you go to Ezekiel 3:7, it says, "But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted." So the Most High said, they're not gonna listen to you, because they ain't listening to me. Alright, so like I said, we gotta be prepared for that. These are hard-headed people. Alright? They don't want to hear the word of Yahweh. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Alright? They don't want to hear it. Which Bahashem, alright, means in the name. Alright, so Yahweh Bahashem in the name Yahweh Shah. Alright? That's the Hebrew. Alright, the Lashon Kodash, our true language. Alright? And with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Peace and salutations to the Akim and to the elect that scattered across the four corners of the earth, puts in his truth and faith and sincerity. Shalom.